Yo guys, what's going on? Squid Prince again, back with 5th Gen OU, using one of my favorite teams with my favorite lead, Jabin, going up against a Zatu. I went for the rock slide because I don't want to get my rocks thrown back at me. So he ends up paralyzing me, so Jabin's kind of just sitting here until I get knocked out pretty much, because he's just going to keep roosting up, and yeah, that's shit. So anyway, uh, while he's doing that, I just want to talk about this team. It's one of my favorite teams from 5th Gen. Um, I got my Garchomps, I got my Infernape, my Gengar, my specially defensive Dragonite, and my Life Orbed Alakazam, who is just, I think he's awesome. So anyway, the Zatude ends up knocking out Majabine, so I bring in Xerxes, my Scarf Gengar, and I end up just going for a Shadow Ball as he brings in his Fortress. So I love Fortress because it lets me bring in my Cretan, and he's like complete setup fodder for me pretty much. So I could set up a sub, but the only bad part is he brings in freaking Patrick Star, who is supposed to be down chilling with SpongeBob in Bikini Bottom, but instead he's on the field messing up what I'm trying to do. So I get off a Dragon Claw, which is any damage on Patrick is great. So I bring in my Dragonite pretty much just as a sack so I could free switch my Cretan out of there because I like Garchomp. And I bring in Haru, the Great White Ninja. If anyone understands what that means, please hit that like button, and you are way cooler than anyone will ever tell you are, because it's Haru. But anyway, he brings in the Latias as I bring in Haru, the Great White Ninja. Ends up going for Protect. He ends up bringing in the Fortress back in. Still great setup fodder because I am Life Orb, but I do carry Substitute, and this is actually one of my favorite sets as well. But the only thing is Haru, I guess he wasn't in the zone with the Zen or anything, and he misses the Focus Blast. So I was like, yo man, just find your Chi. Well, he couldn't find it, and then he gets knocked out with a payback by Fortress, who has like negative attack, and that's a little embarrassing. But don't tell anybody. So the Fortress, I am predicting the switch to Patrick. So instead of subbing, I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw, which is, I think that's awesome because now I don't have to deal with his Ice Beam, and I pretty much outspeed everything else. But he does bring in the Salamence, and I do get a crit. I don't know, it could have mattered, could not have. I don't know if you want to do damage calcs if you really care that much. But he ends up bringing in the Latias. I go for the Dragon Claw, and he goes for a Protect. So I'm like, alright, I don't want to play around with it, so I'm just going to keep going for Dragon Claws because I do outspeed it and that it's super effective. So he ends up bringing in the Breloom, and I carry Substitute specifically for this reason because I hate Spore. And I don't know, Spore is, that shit's gay. So I Substitute, and then he switches out, so I go for a Swords Dance. Now, Cretan's just, completely setting up right now. And also, if you guys know who Coach Cretan is, you can hit that like button too, because that is some old cool shit, and Coach Cretan is just the man. If you don't know him, look him up. Now, he's gonna knock out my sub with a Psychic. I'm just gonna go for a +2 Dragon Claw. Now he sends in the Breloom again. I know it's not Sash because he has a Toxic Orb, so I just take him out with a +2 Dragon Claw. And all that left is the Fortress, which I'm just going to go ahead and Earthquake, which he lives because he has tremendous, HP and defense and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to finish him off with an Earthquake. But, I love using this team, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you later. Bye.